Oh, I couldn't wait to start on this video. If you're watching right now, I'm gonna just let it all out, not holding nothing back at this point. So, if you didn't know, chapter 15 dropped, and I wanted to wait until the official version dropped, just because I didn't want to give you guys more spoilers than I already do. And I also wanted to watch for any possible mistranslations. Y'all know how shaky the fan translations can be sometimes. So that's just me making sure I know what I'm talking about before I make any videos. But yeah, chapter 15 dropped. In my opinion, it's a 9 out of 10 chapter, so if you didn't read it already, you should just go read it real quick and come back to the video low key. Or if you really don't care, just sit back and enjoy the show. So before we get into today's video, I just want to take a quick little second to ask if you could like the video. It helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, and I'm trying to hit 10k subs before January, so it helps me out a lot. But yeah, video time, let's get it. So Code recently returned in the new chapter of Boruto TBV VORTEX, but it's not really how you would imagine. Actually, it might be exactly how you would imagine. It all depends on how you think of Code. Ryu dragged Code out of what seems to be a cube that works as a big claw mark. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It seems like it can be used in a multitude of ways, especially to revive any Shinju who's been defeated. Yeah, we're looking at Yuhidari, the Shinju that probably shouldn't be in the story anymore, but hey, it's whatever. But Code was hiding in this cube, and Ryu literally senses him right away and pulls him out from hiding. Jura asks Code what he's doing here. It seems Code just been lurking in the shadows all this time to keep a close eye on the Shinju and all of their moves. To be honest, he's just been waiting to see if the Shinju started to devour the Otsutsuki. That's exactly why he's been watching them, because he immediately asked them why they haven't been trying to devour the Otsutsuki yet. As I explained in stream, Code is literally looking for an easy way out. He wanted the Shinju to do the work for him while he just eats the chakra fruit. He literally said it in chapter 4. Okay, so this is where my frustrations with Code start. Because don't tell me you've fallen so far that you have to rely on someone or something else to do your work for you. A character that's been hyped up to be stronger than Jigen, constantly degraded and humiliated. And now he's making it worse because of the actions he's taking, not because he's just losing fights. Like, I can just get if he was just losing fights, that's fine. Having a goal and getting beat up to reach that goal is one thing. But purposely relying on someone else to do the hard work for you because you're too weak to do it yourself is loser energy. And I'll say it as many times as I have to. It's just not the way to do things. But the issue I have with Code doesn't even end there. As he tries to explain his plan to eat the chakra fruit to Jura, I don't know why he explained it to Jura. I don't even know why he brought up the chakra fruit to Jura to give him any ideas. But then Jura brings up the idea of them eating the chakra fruit instead. So Code gets mad and tries to attack Jura, but this time instead of his eye, he loses his hand. You see how Code just keeps losing and losing and losing things? I'm sorry, he's just a loser, he keeps losing. So after he loses his hand, it's only then that he submits to Jura and agrees on a deal that entails that he kill both Boruto and Kashin Koji. And if he can do that, then he can have the chakra fruit all to himself. So here comes my second problem with Code. It's all good that he's getting another role or goal to strive for in the story because his character has honestly been dying since he lost to Boruto in a humiliating fashion. But here it's really obvious he's being used again. And we see that clear as day, like you can see it. The same thing as always with his character. He's been used by Jigen, he's been used by Ada, and now he's being used by his own creations. Even MATSURI went ahead and called Code a clown that's destined to continue to be used by others. And the thing about that was that I originally seen Code's reaction when she said this, and I ain't gonna lie, I thought he would take that statement to heart. I thought that statement with her would trigger like a good change in Code, maybe start a redemption arc for his character. And albeit it's not too late for Code's character to change, but it's not looking good for that change. At least not anytime soon. For Code's character to change or have any type of redemption, he has to realize he's only been a stepping stool for other people. He has to realize his own irresponsibility and ignorance has caused this situation right here. It's because he blindly ignored all of Boruto's warnings about the Shinju. He has to accept that he basically effed up. And here is where I believed his character could have took a path that would have led him to true redemption. He could have chosen to devote his entire character purpose to help defeat the Shinju, even going as far as to risk his life to do it. But he chosen to submit yet again in a hopeless attempt to get what he will never attain. Jura could just simply kill Code anytime he wants. Now that he's taken interest in the chakra fruit, he could simply use Code to try and kill Boruto and Kashin Koji or whatever, and then just get rid of him after he got what he needed from him. So it's really Code being the naive one here. And I don't even think I've gotten into why this deal is just stupid. But everything I said so far plays a factor into it. But the real stupid part of this is exactly how Code thinks he will accomplish this feat. Or does he not remember how he was literally helpless against Boruto even with his claw-grime army? It really wasn't much he could do to defeat Boruto. On top of having to fight Boruto again, Jura wants him to kill Kashin Koji on top of that. I don't know how he could do it. I mean, okay, let's give him this. I think he may be able to take Koji. Since he's not really stronger than a full power Jigen, we know this. Unless he gotten stronger throughout the time skip, but I doubt it. As far as the story showed us, the only thing that Koji has really done in the last 3 years was awaken his Shinjutsu. But nonetheless, on top of Koji, he has to take down Boruto, which is the main guy he needs to kill to obtain the chakra fruit, which he has not shown the capability of doing. Speaking of Kashin Koji Shinjutsu, he can see into the future and different outcomes of said future. So I think if Code was to attack Boruto and Koji, they would just simply both know about it and be ready for him. As Koji said, the biggest advantage they have over everyone is information. And them simply knowing about the future events that will occur later down the road or sooner can and will alter the future. So it's like, Code, you're already at a disadvantage in this little mission. If you don't have another way of getting stronger, how exactly can you make this work? He already had his limiters removed, so any strength he gains from here on out is going to be coming from an outside source. And exactly what would that be? I believe if Code is going to defeat Boruto, it would have to be when he's like extremely injured. Like when he was incapacitated after Jura literally shot him in the chest with a Biju laser or something like that. But yet again, it's still hard to do that when the whole reason Boruto knew Code was gonna attack Konoha in the first place was because of Koji's Shinjutsu. So at the end of the day, I really just think it's a setup. Either way, Code won't get the chakra fruit. Whether it's just because Code just cannot beat Boruto, or because Jura won't keep his end of the deal. Honestly, there's a lot of ways that Code won't get the chakra fruit, but those are just a few I named. I honestly think we could be looking at the start of the end of Code's character. I find Jura to be the more intriguing main villain anyway, so I wouldn't think Ikimoto would want to take too much attention off of Jura because of Code per se. But that's just what I think. I'm more interested in what you guys think. You know what? In the comment section, claim it right now. Do you think Code will be successful in his journey to become the next Otsutsuki? Or do you think he's playing a fool's game with no real prize in sight? What exactly will happen to Code? One last thing I will say is that Code can be a really good guy to be Jura's right-hand man, as crazy as that sounds. Sorta like how Kashin Koji is to Boruto, so there's plenty of roles out there for Code. The only question is which one best fits him according to the direction of the story. But honestly, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Like I said before, let me know what you think about the situation in the comment section below. Like always, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this in the future, then make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video like this, or when I go live for chapter spoilers, probably later on next month. Again, thank you for 8K subscribers, on the road to 10K, but without further ado, I'll see you boys and girls later, and I'm out. Peace.